What is the best hormone test? This is a frequent question that I get. So whether you are a man or a woman, the best test to do is a Dutch test. This is a dried urine test for comprehensive hormones. When you do a conventional test for your hormone, it's usually a blood test. But this Dutch test is a urine test where you collect urine at different times in a 24-hour period, and you don't need to go anywhere. It's a kit that gets delivered to your house, and then you collect this urine. It gets sent to the lab, and then you can then sit with your practitioner to explain to you the results of this test. So the difference here is that the blood test is basically like looking at your wallet and seeing how much money is there. But when you think of the Dutch test, it's a more comprehensive test. It's like a test that's showing you your whole bank statement, your income, your expenses, and also like your spending patterns to give you more insight. So instead of just having a snapshot, you're getting a history and you're getting to understand how all these hormones are working together. So what are the indications for this test? Well, if you've got PMS or a PMDD, if there's a history of breast cancer, if you've got estrogen dominance, polycystic ovarian syndrome, endometriosis, even if a guy is maybe growing some breast tissue, that's also an indication for this test. And we don't only test the hormones here, we're also testing the metabolites of the hormones. So in other words, when these hormones are broken down, the way these hormones are broken down is important. In particular, when you look at estrogen, the reason why I would say the most common cause of breast cancer is the way a woman is breaking down their estrogen. When you break down your estrogen in the body, the detoxification of estrogen, it goes 3 different pathways, and there's a pathway which is favorable, which is good for the body, but there's also a pathway which is very damaging to the body tissues. It causes DNA damage, and then ultimately DNA damage is cancer. So you can actually see that on this test, and you can intervene and give something to divert so that the woman is no longer breaking down the estrogen in a dangerous way. Another thing that you see also here is chemical substances, neurotransmitters like dopamine is also important for mood. So that's an indication if somebody is suffering from mood disorders, like depression and anxiety, this is a useful test. And also the other thing that's included in this test is another test called OAT, organic acid test, to show you your level of nutrients, like the level of your B vitamins, maybe the level of your glutathione, which is a very important antioxidant, and it shows you also the amount of oxidative damage that has happened to your tissue. So this is one test, but I would say it's a lot of tests in one test. It's a comprehensive test, and it is very useful because you can actually do something with your results.